And go paste, work, oops, that's spelling correctly, workout stream. All right. There we go. Today we got a push day. Alexa, play Falling in Reverse.
Shuffling Falling in Reverse and Similar Artists on Amazon Music.
Alexa, down half a volume. Alright. Get right into the workout here. I got voices in my head again. So here we go. And then I will get the stream pulled up here on my computer. I gotta get this stream. Oh my gosh. Okay, the pre-workout. I thought it was not gonna be hitting, but all of a sudden my hands was like. All right, cough drop. All right. So let's go to the workout routine. And then my hands have been real dry. But of course we're going to be holding onto the weights with the front of our hands. So, yo, what's up, Daniel? How's it going? Cheyenne, what's up? What's up? Gotta just put lotion on the back of the hands. Obviously, lotion on the front of the hands when working out would be horrible. But the amount of times myself and my family have been sick this past week, so the amount of times I wash my hands and how dry they are is insane. So I gotta moisturize a little bit because my hands have been like really dry, almost hurting today. So, alright, so I'm excited because there's a few different things we're changing up for the workout. Not specifically there's a couple of workouts that I'm going to be specifically working on for strength versus hypertrophy, of course. And it's because it's like certain workouts that I like. So for example, when working out the triceps, I don't particularly like focusing strength building on like a overhead or anything like that. So I'm going to be focusing on like a very close grip bench and then really heavy dips like on that. So I'm excited for the different changes we're doing for a couple different things. But today we got a push day, so we're not going to hit hypertrophy and strength for everything, but excited just in general for how it's gonna go. So I'm gonna start the workout here. We're gonna do 20s, but the question still remains: is this post-traumatic stress syndrome or am I suppressing rage? So all right, here we go. Start off. Get some laterals. This is gonna be 20s right here. feel like that was a good warm-up. We're gonna go for 30s next. More on our working set. So look down, it's just a wall that I'm replacing in the race against myself. I'm trying to keep a steady pace. How will I escape if I never clunk my case? But how are you guys doing tonight? Hopefully everyone is doing well. Yo, what's up, King? Money, 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 money. That reminds me of Toy Story. If I were to lie, tell you everything is fine. Alright, after got one, we're gonna hit 3 sets. We did our warm-up set for lateral raises, so we're gonna hit our working sets now. First working set, I'm gonna go for 30. We might bump up to 40. It just sort of depends how it feels. But we're gonna want to go. I'm trying to go close to, if not to failure. So, like I said, 30s right here. Kaylee, what's up? 400 grams of protein. Feeling good, feeling good. That'd be horrible. Getting called 400 grams, I'm guessing you don't mean, of protein powder. Moose, getting over a cold right now. We started the work, or I got sick last Monday night. So I stream Mondays and Fridays, gaming and workouts. After my workout Monday night last week, I was like feeling not very good. And so for me, my energy levels, I haven't worked out. I usually like to work out every day or almost every day. I've only worked out like a handful of times, maybe like 3 or 4 times since last Monday to today. But yeah, overall, it was more of like a cold. I think I might have had a fever like one day out of them. But then my family got sick, so I've been taking care of my family, my wife and my son all weekend. Carson, what's up? Yeah, no worries, no worries. Tanner, how you doing? Alright. We've got 2 more working sets. Pella, what's up, what's up? How you doing? Got 2 more working sets here. I'm gonna see. These are 30s right now, by the way. 30s. Isaac, what's up? How you doing? Yo, Manuel, how you doing? Isaac, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Getting over the sickness, but it's all good. Pella, appreciate that. Very kind of you. Always appreciate, never expected. So thank you for sending the 2026. Very kind of you. Doug's in the chat. Moose, I would agree. I probably do need some more rest, but me, I've always liked pushing through like the sickness and stuff. Yo, what's up, CF? How you doing? Like when I was younger and I would get sick, I always got sick during over winter break when I was in school, high school. And so I was in basketball. We always had basketball practice over winter break. And so I always got sick. I always showed up to practice like having a fever or close to it. And my coaches, those were the times. Also, Pell, appreciate, also, thank you for the GGs. Always appreciate it. Never expect it, so thank you. The coaches always pointed out how I was really good over winter break. Cause me, I've always had like that mentality where like if I'm hurt or sick, I have to work extra hard to make up to be as good as normal. But then like it would always seem like everyone else is slacking. So like I'm trying extra hard when everyone's just like going normal. And the coaches like, dang, that's what I like to see. Let's go. And I'm like, ugh, ugh, like I'm about to puke. I'm like dying over here. And the coaches are like, yeah, good job. I'm like, I can't breathe. Friendly neighborhood, good to see you. Always good to see you. Yo, Macy Lynn, how are you? The little house for my dog that guards the sheep. Hey, let's go. Is that for on Minecraft or in general? That's funny. Let's see, Sir Ross, appreciate the sub. Thank you very much, appreciate it. See, yeah, you're too kind. You're too kind. Ben, I have my split is a pull, push, legs, arms, and weak point. So I have a 4-day split, and unfortunately, right now, I'm kind of sick right now. Getting over a sickness for about a year. However, now I haven't been working out very much this week though because I was kind of sick. Slow, yeah. My workout stream started a little bit later. My wife, like I said in the gaming stream, she's sick, so I had to make her some food before here. Macy Lynn, I'm pretty good. Just for sickness. Other than that, we're doing great. Fatherson, what's up? Am I down to fist fight? No, I don't have a reason to. I'm not welcoming danger. I'm not welcoming danger into my life for no reason, because you never know what could happen. I'm not trying to hurt anyone, go to jail. I'm not trying to get hurt and then be seriously injured. So not for me. Friendly neighborhood. Congratulations. Let's go. Crazy Monkey. I already have a feeling that your question is bait to a joke. I like working out. I feel like you're still gonna make a joke out of it though. You get it slow. Here you go. Yeah, I made my wife. So before my gaming stream, I made some chicken and some jasmine rice, just like a package of that jasmine rice. So I can't say like I made it from scratch. So I just threw that in the microwave. But then I did make the chicken. So that the chicken and rice for dinner, and then she wanted pot stickers, but was really hungry after my gaming stream. In case you guys didn't know, I did a gaming stream before the workout stream. Crazy Monkey, I shall let you know in a second here. So then, after the gaming stream, I gave her some chicken and rice I made before gaming stream, and then made pot stickers for her while she ate that, and sliced up an apple as well. Let's see here. Kelby, what's up? You said before the workouts? What you mean? So to stay consistent, Crazy Monkey, I would suggest know yourself best, right? So if you are the kind of person that can just go right into it, be consistent, amazing, awesome. If not, try starting out a little bit at a time. So maybe go for a walk, or maybe a jog, or just ease into your normal life, your day-to-day life, slight adjustments, so that way you can make the overall adjustment of I go to the gym 3 times a week or 5 times a week or whatever it is. Make slow adjustments so that way it doesn't throw your schedule or your life off so much to where you're like, what the heck, I don't know how to do this. Just make slow improvements to where you want to be. But that is, in my opinion, a good way to stay consistent, as well as like having a reason why and always keeping that at the front of your mind. No, I appreciate it, Slow. I saw the message. Sorry, Kelby, that's why I'm just ignoring it. Crazy. Alright, we're hitting the last shoulder set.
I knew you are bad, cause they are the voices in your head.
Alright, for the last few reps, I'm actually gonna bump the weight up to 40.
I know, they never let go.
Squeaky, what's up? How you doing? Do I work out? Yes. I'm currently working out. Sort of to destroy the shoulders at the very end, I bumped the weight up to 40. Isaac, yeah, what's up? Okay. What's up, Scott? Okay. Woo. Sort of hit my final set lateral raises right into the press. Oh. In case you don't know, I'm currently getting over sickness. What's up, Eddie? How's it going? Might be moving to Illinois. Oh, nice. Well, hopefully, I guess I don't know if that's nice or whatnot for you, Slow, but I used to live in Illinois, in Chicago when I was really little. Appreciate that, Scott. Like, the other guy's on her phone, but she's still talking to me. Is that a red flag? Isaac, I would say that's not a green flag. If someone's talking to so many people like that. Let's see, yo, XL13, what's up? So I can't tell who you are just by the name because, you know, YouTube switched a thing. They're on grinding, about to pass me in subs. Hey, congratulations, go! Let's go. I hope you do pass me in subs. I hope you're having a great time with it too. Yeah, I feel like if someone's saying that they're talking to someone, I don't particularly think bragging about a lot of people wanting to be with someone is, to me it sounds like bragging. I don't know, I wasn't there for the conversation, but I feel like someone bragging about, oh, all these people want to be with me, I don't particularly think that that's a green flag. I feel like a green flag would be if a bunch of people were talking to them and they were like, oh, no thanks, I'm talking to someone already, you know, stuff like that. But then they wouldn't like brag about it. But like if you were like, yo, I see guys texting you all the time, how many people are texting you? And they're like, a bunch, but I don't care about them. The number really doesn't matter as long as you stay loyal to like the person you're talking to. So whether, like me for example, I don't have any prospects of anything coming at me or going out because I'm married, so it's just my wife, just us, right? But if there was a bunch of people, which I mean like on here before and TikTok, people have like said things to me very inappropriate, I just like brush it off. I'm like, nope. I have people in DMs and on TikTok absolutely wild. My wife saw the DMs and she's like, what the heck? Like they were very explicit and like, give me your Snapchat, all that stuff. I said, nope. my wife's like, hey, thanks for always shutting anything that they said down, but I was like, no, 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 not for me. I think that's the route to go. And maybe it's because I took that route, but I feel like that's the route to go. It's just you brush it off and you keep moving along. You don't hang up on anything like that. Let's see. I appreciate it, Vought. Appreciate it. I'm hoping I feel better too soon, so thank you. Isaac, I don't know. But you can't say it's only women either. I mean, I don't hang around anyone. If someone is unloyal or unfaithful in a relationship, not to be rude, but if that was like a friend of mine, I'm gonna say like, hey, that's not the kind of person I want to be friends with. Because that's just, birds of a feather, right? If I'm hanging out with a bunch of people and they're cheaters and unloyal, then it's quite possible that I may pick up on their mentality. I don't even want to put that in my life. So if someone's unloyal, unfaithful, anything like that I'm close to, I'm gonna call them out because I don't think that's okay. But I don't want to be hanging out with friends that are doing that stuff. I actually had a friend from like middle school, and of course I think when you're in middle school, you're too young to be interacting in body to body things. But I had a friend, and he was with a girl, and he was with a girl, and then he, like, after being with her, if you get what I'm saying, this was in middle school, then he, like, dropped her and all that stuff, and I was like, yo, I don't want to be your friend if you're gonna do that. And he was like, alright, deuces. And then we stopped being friends. And he was, like, one of my best friends, but, yeah. Yo, Mr. Whale, what's up? Yo, what's up? Yo, Tex-Mex, what's up? How's it going? It's not good, but it's okay. So, are you asking if I am atheist or what? If you're asking me, I'm Christian. I'm not atheist. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. The one above. So you discovered that fish can see air? Nice. Moser, what's up? How's it going? You already know Tex-Mex. Let's go. Speaking of the work, let's do this. These right here this is 50, by the way. I want to go slow and in control because we're on these presses. I want to make sure that we're getting a good tension going on. I got you, slow. Pella, I work at a car dealership. I fix windshields like chips and cracks. Angel, what's up? How's it going? Jeremy said toilet bench. Heck yeah. Cheapest one I found on Amazon. Back from like 2020, 2019, something like that. Yo, what's up, King? How's it going? I wish I could taste a true Krusty Krab pizza. Pella, I am not a mechanic. I just fix the windshields. I have a natural workout for moving wood, metal and stuff. Isaac, it just depends on what your goals are. Also, Pepe, how's it going? Tone, how you doing? Heck yeah. I've never vaped. I'm actually sick right now. I'm getting over a sickness. Myself, my wife, my son. They were all sick this weekend, so I was taking care of them. But I got sick from probably from work or something like that last Monday. Yeah, never vaped, never smoked a cigarette. So, actually you can see the cough drop in my mouth, in addition to the absolutely empty bag of Hall's cough drops. So I had to get another one. It's all good, Tone, it's all good. For me. Wife Ghost, I can't mute, but yeah. I'll be right back. Wife Ghost, by the way, in case you guys didn't know, is actually my wife. It's all good, Tone. I'll be right back, though. 1 second, guys. Most expensive car, probably an LC 300 Lexus.
Initiating self-destruct sequence now.
Yeah, I think, oh. Ethan, what's up? You said if I say Tapacoa? Is that how you say that? I feel like that's probably going to be something weird. A starch extracted from Cassavana root. Something like that. Oh, it's all good, babe. King, that is Goku. Shout out to my wife, by the way. Wife Ghost in the chat is my wife. But yeah, she got me that poster. Your first powerlifting competition year? Hey, let's go, Angel. Let's go. Let's go. Tone. That's my actual wife. Favorite anime? Probably Bleach or Naruto. You actually see the background on my computer is Ichigo. Yeah, that's Tone. That's why she asked me to go to the stairs. Because that's my actual wife. She's sick right now. All right. I'm going real heavy now. I'm gonna work on strength on the shoulders. We're hitting 70s. Slow. I've never watched Death Note the anime. I only watched the movie when it was new, like years and years and years ago. But I didn't even know it was an anime until weeks later, or like months later, or years maybe. 60 pounds away from the 1,500 pound club? Angel, that's crazy. Go you. Let's go. Okay, yeah, I know. Everyone I know has gotten sick. Yo, Curtis, what's up? How you doing? All right, these are 70s. So we're gonna we're bumping up the weight. Working for heavy. Kurt's about to do some curling, as in curling, or like Olympic curling. Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you. We're gonna go one more heavy set. One more heavy set on the press. You said you're not natty? Oh. At least you're honest about it, Angel. At least you are honest about it. I think that deserves a lot more respect than anything else. Well, I don't know. Maybe not than anything else, but when people are honest, that earns my respect for sure. Rather than being like, oh yeah, I'm natty, never taking anything, but you're just like, bench pressing like 700 pounds, but you weigh like 200 and you're like, just crazy. Text message, I'm not too sure how cold it is over here. I also don't want to say, because who knows, maybe there's the same degree or no, but there's not the same degree somewhere else. But Alex, you said natty's better size to strength ratio. Quite possibly. It just depends on like your stance on it, your goals, all that stuff. Me personally, I have no need, no intention, no desire to not be natty. I may not be as big as the other people that aren't natty, stuff like that, but it's not my goal or aspiration to be, like a world class, win the world championship of all bodybuilding. Yeah, I'm not in here trying to win the classic and the open and this and that. Like, I'm just working out. I want to stay fit. I want to be strong, set a good example for, friends, those around me here on YouTube, if that helps any, my son, stuff like that. So for me, the only way, I've said this many times, the only way I would even consider ever not being natty is if Disney was like, we're making a live action Hercules. We want you to be Hercules, but you gotta hop on the roids or something. That's the only way I would even think. Not even like I don't even think about going on anything. That's the only way I'd think about getting on anything. If it was like, you can be Hercules, but you gotta hop. Like, it would have to be guaranteed, and then I'll think about it. I'd be like, but what if I get real strong, like right before? Heck yeah, King. You wanna see? I'll show you my my natural gains over the last 4 years. I've been working out for longer. However, the last 4 years were actually like when I was finally consistent, eating right, stuff like that. But check it out. If you want to see progress, that was me. Right there, that was me like 4 years ago. And then this was me, let's see, 21 weeks ago. Right here. And then this is me now. So, I don't know, like, see you doing the buff bar. Thanks, King. Thank you. No, slow. I don't take offense to it at all. I mean, people have said whatever here. It doesn't matter to me what people say to me. I spit balls off a battleship, So nothing really gets to me here. But that's why whenever I make the joke, when people are like, your chest is so small, blah, 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 all this stuff. I'm like, you should have seen me before, back in the day, because my chest was touching my back and I was so tiny. So, let's see here. You said, I want to satisfy the result a certain way at 149, now you're 230. Heck yeah. See, and when the picture of me there, I was like 140. Just thanks for the thanks, I guess. How much do I weigh? Mark, let's find out. I'm not sure. I haven't weighed myself today. I'm getting over a sickness, so I could be down an extra pound or two. Last time I weighed, I was 198, 0.6 or 0.8 or something like that. Okay. Not bad. 197.6. So we're down about a pound from. So I've been trying to still eat while I'm sick. 335 for reps. Dang, you're a beast. Let's go. Also, in case you don't know, I'm kind of tall. So you can see like my basement over here. All right, my head. This is me touching my basement ceiling. I'm 6'4". So, you know. Let's see. Yo, Kairos, what's up? I actually have started calisthenics. So crazy thing. I was starting at calisthenics right at the beginning of November. And then I was arm wrestling 2 people at once because I beat everyone at work. So then I was like, okay, 2 people against me at the same time. And unfortunately, you know, me getting overconfident, I lost. So it was, and when I say 2 people at once, it was like my one hand, the one guy's hand, his other hand on top, and then someone else with both hands going against me. I lasted for like 15, 20 seconds, and I was almost winning, but then it was like, I got tired, and then it was like, ah. And so then I lost the match. Got injured for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. So, oh well. You said you want to be 175? What, you said 222, want to be 175? Tony, you totally got it. If you go on a calorie deficit and slowly work, you know, whether you like go on walks, jogs, working out, stuff like that, you totally could get to 175. It's just going to take some time, you know. But yeah, Tone, unfortunately, I got overconfident and I paid the price. Oh well. Now my goal is to beat them again, but like later this year. So like October 2026, boom, I'm beating them both. Let me also say, these are 2 people that don't work out regularly. So it's not like they're working out constantly and then I am, and it's like a progression. They sometimes work out, sometimes don't. And so, oh heck yeah, Kairos. So Kairos, a couple of my goals of 2026, I actually have some of them written down, right? I want to be able to do a handstand easily and be able to hold it. I want to be able to do a 5-second planche, a 10-second front lever, so calisthenic wise, those are 3 things that I really want to learn how to do: handstand, planche, and front lever. But the planche, like I said, 5 seconds, front lever 10 seconds. That I would be very happy with that. So I've got a year to get that down, I believe. All right, let's hit this last set. Hey, my handwriting isn't too bad. It's legible, but it's not particularly the best. Matt, what's up? So just made it across the border illegally. This is the first American stream you watch. I mean, I don't think you had to go across the border to watch an American stream, but welcome. I don't know. For some reason, I can't wake up in the morning. You sleep through your alarm. Dang. How many alarms do you have, Kairos? Is it just one? Oh, Angel, I know. I've seen videos at Muscle Beach. Never been to Cali myself, but oh yeah. To watch the stream. I know, man. It was that was just a part of the joke. 2, Kairos, maybe set like 4 alarms. Maybe set like 4 alarms. But set the first alarm, set it 10 minutes prior to the other alarms. Then the second alarm is your normal one. Third one is 10 minutes later. And then the last one is 3 minutes after that. That's what I have to do. I don't make all the numbers like 5, 10, 15 minutes. I'll have really obscure like at 7:32, like something like that. It's just enough where I'm like, okay, boom. Let's go. In case you're wondering, those were 70 pounds. Whew. That's tiring. Oh no, Steel's got Destroy King? Dang. Alexa, play No Role Models by J. Cole. Okay. We're at hit bench now. Let's go 40. I'm going 40 on the first warm-up set. First. For real. 36, dang. That's rough. That's rough. And Kairos, let us know how it works with the alarms. One time from my LA. Go save her. Go save her. Go save her. Appreciate it, Kairos. Appreciate it. There's the warm-up. Next one, we're hitting 60. Yo, Cheyenne, what's up? Welcome back. Cough drop. Yo, what's up, son? That was the warm-up set. So don't you worry. I like to go to failure for all of my lifts, but that was just the warm-up set for chest. We just finished off shoulders. And my plethora of cough drops. Is there room for Buffalo now? Nice. I'm ready to get this sickness done. Do you feel like do the earbuds, do they get in your way? Do they fall out? What's the reason for that? Yo, SNP. I don't know. I think it's all across the whole board. Lots of people want to post fitness content. For me, I just like to work out, and having people here to talk to, it's fun. And you guys being here always pushes me to excel and work harder. Said if all I want to do cardio and when I'm trying to do handstands and stuff. S&P, well, I guess it just depends on what like service that someone may be seeking. I have learned all of the information that I know from people that have had way more years in the fitness industry than, like, combined, probably like 6 to 8 times my age, all the experience. So the information I learned and I know that I've shared with others, also Space Invaders, what's up? It comes from other people, and I will 100% always credit them for that, and cite my sources, because those people deserve to have the credit given to. But I think it just depends on the service that you're talking about. But compared to how small I used to be, SNP, I personally am a lot bigger now versus before. Let's see. I was gonna say, Kairos, if you're trying to do like cardio, maybe like a tight head over the headphone or over the head headphones, that might be good. But a handstand, that might be tough. I'm not sure. Evil Twin, it's not back day, but I'll show you a couple of pull-ups. All right, I got you. Okay. Those are a few push-up or pull-ups. Carrie, you're too kind. Appreciate it. Duct tape. Kairos, if you use duct tape, please let us know how that is. That sounds hilarious. But it's gotta be like some crazy duct tape, like ones with like stars on it or something like that. Not just the basic gray duct tape. So the workout wheel of torture, I used to do that when I would stream Fortnite. Twin, you're too kind. And Carrie, you're very nice for that as well. Exercise to train your lower chest. I like dips. A lower chest exercise also can be. I'll show you here without weight, because this bench is pretty unreliable because it's a very cheap one. But you can do like a decline bench press, however, because that hits the lower chest. However, I personally do not like that. I don't feel stable. 1, because this bench sucks. 2, I don't feel like I'm ever going to like do anything with weight, like that heavy weight, like where I'm like, oh, get this weight off of me, and I'm like upside down, like pushing it. So for me, I like to do dips instead. And when you do dips for your lower chest, when you are upright like this, which actually we're going to be doing dips today. When you're upright and you do a dip, right, that's going to work your tricep more. However, if you put your feet, so I could put my feet here, and you lean forward a little bit more, right, and you can get a bigger stretch on your lower pecs, on your chest, as well as your shoulders as well. So, make sure your shoulders are warmed up if you have bad shoulders or whatnot. But having leaning further forward is going to help hit your chest more, so you can, hit boom this way. Or if you can do it without pushing your feet, you can lean forward and do that. But I personally like dips more. It's also like a body weight exercise, so you can be like, hey, if I were ever to be holding myself up, I can actually push myself up, rather than I've got 700 pounds and I'm upside down. Oh, it just, for me, I don't like those. Let's see here. Amar, what's up? How you doing? Let's see. The Paw Patrol Band-Aid. Hey, let's go, Kairos. Exactly. All right, here. Oh, that's right. We're hitting 60. Appreciate it, Kairos. Appreciate it. You said I have a limit now. Amar, what's your limit for? All right, I'm gonna hit bench press now, 60 pounds here on a low incline. Oh, it's all good, Amar. Twin, appreciate the sub. Thank you. Gusta, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you again. Yo, Skate, what's up? Twin, are you talking about like the power tower I was doing dips on? Alright, bro, let's appreciate it. I do personally like to have like a deeper stretch and hold it. I feel like I get much, for me, that's how I've built my chest. Like, yeah, doing pretty good, getting over a sickness, but overall, Augusta, we're doing pretty good. You said you want to go skiing right now, Isaac? So I got it off Amazon, but it was like 70 or 80 bucks. That was years ago, but you can find similar ones. Normally, there's like a back that goes right here. However, I took it off so I could practice more exercises. Because it'd be like a back where you could put your back against to do leg lifts, right? However, I took the back off so that way I can do, because it just got in the way for a lot of my exercises. But yeah, probably about like 70 to 90 bucks, give or take, depending on which one you get. Yo, Brester, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, so I got you. No snow anywhere. I got you. Amar, have a good one. Appreciate you hopping in here for a minute. You have a great night. Nothing can bring me down. On how good it is. Overall, I'm gonna say about like a 7.5. It's pretty stable. It's not super heavy. It is kind of wobbly, right? If you shake it around, but like I can hold myself. You know, we're doing like all these moves and stuff, and it doesn't tip over. It may be a little bit shaky depending on the exercise, so I'd say about like a 7.5. So pretty cool. Let's see here. Yeah, power cages with like all the machines and pulley systems, those are crazy expensive. Brester, checking on the wife, was pretty good. I gave her a little bit of the chicken and rice I made for dinner earlier, and then I made her pot stickers and sliced up an apple for her as well. Can you drop a dumbbell real quick? Isaac, I'm not gonna drop one, it'd be really heavy. How much weight can it hold? I'm right under 200, and it holds me perfectly fine. I put my 40-pound vest on, so I'd be like about 240. Still held me perfectly fine. I think it would probably hold like 500-600 pounds, I feel like. They say if you donate $0, will I do 0 push-ups? David, if you ask nicely, I will do push-ups without the donation of anything. Rees, no. I've not heard of that. You think calisthenics and powerlifting is a good mix? It definitely can be. Like lifting, I think a mixture between calisthenics and lifting together is really nice because calisthenics is like knowing your body, your ability to move yourself. Weightlifting often can change that because you are getting stronger without moving your body or like challenging the body itself. So I personally like having a mixture because you've I don't know if you've ever seen like really giant buff dudes who can like hardly do any push-ups, but they can bench press like 900 pounds. It's just like I like the mixture between like I know how to operate my own body function. I know the limitations of how high I can jump, how fast I can run, how much whatever I can do, in addition to also getting stronger. So I personally like the mixture. Bresser, I got you. Well, I hope everything works out for you. It sounds like, you've got a great life ahead of you, so I'm glad that you are looking on the bright side of everything. Gus, the faith is going well. If you're talking about my relationship with God, absolutely wonderful. Thank you for asking. Derek, never been Amish before. I used to be super scrawny. 10 years ago, I never really worked out, but I started working out about 7 years ago. Not well. It was about 4 years ago where I actually was consistent, eating right. Other than that, I was obsessed with drinking lemonade. Never ate right. Didn't ever sleep. I didn't know the importance of protein, all that stuff. Never really knew. Alexa, play Phantom.
And similar songs.
Oh, too much money on home gym. Kairos, yeah. For me, I spent years like growing. So this is my home gym. Between workout equipment here, we got the gaming set up. That's why I talk to my computer, because that's the chat. And then the bench, I can move over here, all that stuff. Let's see. Knuckle Ups, what's up? Any secrets? No, not really. Just dedication, hard work, discipline, and having a reason why. Yeah, the diet, yeah. Food is very, very important. Way more important than I thought. But also, Knuckle Up, I really appreciate the kind words. Jess, what's up? You said, or repaint? Do you mean do you mean repaint as in like painting walls? This is a place my wife and I rent, so I'm not investing my own money into a place my landlord doesn't care about, first of all. And then secondly, unless you're talking about repent. Oh, okay. Yeah, just no. This is the basement of a place that my wife and I rent. So the landlord truly doesn't care about the place. So we're saving up to buy our own house one day. So hopefully like within like this year, next year, something like that. Knuckle Up, it was hidden, the message, but I'll just say getting in shape helps with lots of aspects in your life. See, and bag, dropped the bag on a very nice cable, power rack, and a bench, and weights. Already have dumbbells. Okay, Kairos, I see you. What's up, Green? How you doing? Let's see. Get somebody from the. I got you, Breadster. But yeah, Breadster, I truly hope and pray nothing but the best for you. Knuckle Up, you're too kind. Let me hit this set real quick. Jess, right now, so I'm sick and I unfortunately had an injury from like mid-November, but my heaviest bench was 245 when I weighed 196.8 pounds at the last day of October. So there's like a YouTube short on it. My goal is to hit 250. I didn't hit the goal, so I had to run 5 miles with a weighted vest on. The treadmill I have over there. I live streamed the whole thing, but we hit 245 at 196. So I'm happy with that though. I used to not even be able to bench So back in the day, like before I started working out, I was like 140. I'm 6'4". I weighed 140. I could bench press like 95 pounds. That was like max. Maybe 110, absolute max. But now I can bench press my own weight easily. Easily is like, debatable there, but I can hit my own weight and not have to like super struggle. So I'm happy with that. Johnny, no, it's actually just 1 day. It's not a week. We have not been here for 7 days, just one. But now that's why we're working out, so we can get stronger. 4 years, the Lord's preached. Hey, Gusta, heck yeah, let's go. All right, Brester, no problem. Have a good one. Appreciate you being here. Green, I'm not sure who you're referring to. Said again there, most you did was 77. Hey, let's go. You gotta start somewhere though. Brester, we'll see what happens. I don't know if you're on the Discord. If you guys are on the Discord, I'll let you know if we end up doing more streams, like surprise streams or whatnot. Slow, if you wouldn't mind linking it in the socials. But if you guys ever feel like joining the Discord or whatever, feel free to do so. Alright, Kairos, you have a good one. Appreciate it. Thanks, Lo. That was good. Alright, we're gonna hit some triceps now too. Let's see. It's a guy from a TV show, good character though. I appreciate it. I'll take that as a compliment, so thank you. Antonio, how you doing? Appreciate that. Thank you. Alright, so this right here, triceps. Triceps here, I'm working on hypertrophy. So we're gonna be hitting a deep stretch, right? It's gonna be, I know some people have been like, oh, your shoulder, blah, blah. I have really good mobile shoulders. But we're gonna hit some deep stretch triceps here. And then I'm gonna do heavy dips. I don't know how the dips are gonna work. I'm gonna put like the weighted vest on, so 40 pounds. And then I might hold a dumbbell with my feet as well, if I can. But I'm gonna try to do really heavy dumbbells, or really heavy dips. What do I do after the stream? Depending on the time, sometimes I'll do some video editing for like a YouTube short. I haven't been doing that lately. I wanted to, however, since I've been sick, I mostly will like get food ready, and then I'm still kind of awake because of the pre-workout, even late at night. So I'll just get some food ready. I might watch like a show or a movie or something until I'm tired, passed out, something like that. And 1 hour is 11:64. Gosh dang. I know that David Goggins used to have like the 24-hour record, but I don't know the 1 hour. Yo, Joshua, what's up? Appreciate the sub. Appreciate it. And Gussie, you're too kind. I really appreciate that. I'm feeling strong. So right now I have a incline. I've got an incline on the bench. Reason why is because I want to get a deeper stretch with the triceps here. And we're working purely on slow and control motion, so the triceps can get a deep stretch with constant tension. Johnny, what's going on? John, what's up? How's it going? Alexa, play Linkin Park.
Shuffling Linkin Park and similar artists on Amazon Music.
Alright. There we go. First set. We have a little warm up there. Can't FaceTime? I'm not sure. Well, they probably don't have. It's probably to avoid trolls. I feel like that would be one reason why. I'm also pretty sure 911, they have headsets on, so that way when they're like, when like someone's needing help, they can like type everything in. They're not trying to have like a face-to-face conversation. Today sitting on a bench, it done look pretty good. Heck yeah. Guess it's a good one. I like it. All right, so we did. That was the first warm up for. You know what's funny? Right now, with my voice relaxed, this is how my voice is gonna sound without me talking like this and like excited because of my cough. So I feel like it's like, oh, look at your eyes with the cool voice. Anyway, just dumb. So we got the incline tricep stretch there. We're gonna go for right here. You know that nonchalant, the nonchalant, you already know. So now we're gonna grab this thing right here and rock some music out. No, I'm just kidding. Totally just trolling. We're gonna hit the weighted vest here, which is 40 pounds. So we got the 40-pound vest here. You said I spend 1 to 100 every stream. Isaac, it's all good. You never have to. All right, remember, you never have to. Also, Dylan, what's up? How you doing? So now we're gonna go for heavy weights on the dips. I'm not exactly sure how many we're gonna do, but we're gonna try our best here. The nonchalant looking police. You are. I'm not gonna. All right, we're gonna hit for like I'm gonna go for like a 4 to 8 rep range and see how this feels. This is extra 40 pounds. So 1. 5. 6. All right, 6. Not bad. Anyway, that's done. So you got like 35 what? A cow? What? Wash the poison from off my skin and show me how to be whole again. Alexa, up half a volume. Why don't you close my pocket? Cause I'm only a crack in the sky, so love glass.
me how to be whole again. 'Cause I'm only a crack in the sky, so I'll blast all the emptiness I need to see. Dang it. Cause I'm only a crack in the sky, so glass. Hardly anything else I need to be. Cause I'm only a crack in the sky, so glass.
Listen, I love working out. I love singing. Oh, holy cow. Singing while working out, so tough. Dude, I feel like I've got a good pump on my chest today. Mun, what's up? What's up?
Try to be what you want me to be. So faithless under the surface. Expecting of me. Walking in your shoes. Every step that I take.
Wonder if I can just do dips like this. Moa, what's up? How's it going?
So tired, so much far away. Nameless, all I want to do. Endless like you, can't you see that you're smothering me? Lose control.
Appreciate it, Moa. Appreciate it. Yes, Lincoln Park. You already know. All right.
And I can take. Yes. And I become so numb, I can't feel you there.
Do you want to see my window? Ready? Boom. See the puzzle pieces on my floor? It's in my window.
Become so numb, gotta be what you want me to be.
Yes! Okay, hit one more pump. One more pump on the triceps here. Get hit some abs. And then we're posing, baby. I feel like I've got an insanely good pump tonight. Do you guys feel it's similarly different? One thing This pump knows why. Every single day I try.
Below, watch the time go right out the window. Watch you go. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh gosh. Oh.
JF, no. Thanks for asking. I do not. The weight, even though it's only 20 pounds, after everything felt so crazy. I don't know if you saw this shoulder. It almost started like going outward. I'm not hurting myself here.
The end.
Do-do-do-do.
Far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
That's all I know. Heavy. Heck yeah. I don't know how heavy I can go now, so I'm not putting I'm just gonna go and like do dips until I can't anymore, and then once I can't, we're going right to leg lifts.
For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you.
Hold. Every third one, hold. 1, 2. Oh gosh. 3, hold. My hands were slipping. My hands were like slipping off of that. Okay. Remember how I said before, if I have a relaxed voice right now, this is my relaxed voice. Holy cow. The sickness has got my voice. This right now is probably the most talking I've done in such a long time, in like a week or more. All right, we're gonna get to Jack Bob. I'm sick right now, and I think me talking so much, singing while I've been streaming. Alexa, stop. Yeah, I think it's just a mixture between me being sick and talking so much. Yeah. So, let's go. Oh man. But that is if I make my voice completely relaxed. This right here is not my relaxed voice. But if I were to completely relax my voice, then it's more like this. Oh. So I just won't leave it relaxed.
Farewell. There's no blood, there's no alibi.
Okay. said, do your fruity voice. Oh, Alexa, turn the heater off. Bro, I've had the heater on the whole time during this workout. Absolutely. I was wondering why it's so freaking hot. I'm like, dang, dude, I had a really good workout. So I have... Mo, you're too kind. You're way too kind. Appreciate that. Yo, W's in the chat for Moa. Appreciate it. Always appreciate. Never expected. That's very kind of you. I will say, I've learned not how to sound like Chester, but how to have more of like a while singing. Cannot do it while I'm sick. I was trying in the car earlier. Absolutely horrible. I was like, oh gosh, I can't sing if I'm sick. Anyway, first and foremost, I always want to tell you guys I appreciate you guys for being here, because you guys helped me push myself to higher limits to everything. So I'm very thankful for each and every one of you being here. Always, for real, sincerely, to the utmost amount. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here, whether you're here to support, to troll, to just pass along, whatever. I really appreciate it, so thank you. And next, I also want to say comparison is the thief of joy. So whether you think I look okay or I look horrible, I never want you to compare yourself to me. I want you to compare yourself to who you were, who you are now, who you want to be, because we are all in our own journey. And that is your journey that you should be focusing on, not mine or someone else's. So never compare yourself to someone else, because that is going to absolutely demotivate you. It's demotivated me for a long time before. Still sometimes does. You know, we're not perfect by any means. So I do appreciate you guys for real for being here. We're going to get into the posing. I feel like we got a really good pump going on today. So I'm actually, after the stream ends, I'm probably gonna maybe hit like a little bit more workout and then take some pictures for my Instagram, because I want to start off the new year with pictures so I can show like progress each week. However, since we've been sick for like almost since the beginning of the month, I haven't been able to do that because I don't feel like I had a good enough workout to actually like get a pump going on. So so yeah, here we are. Also, let's get this going. So, have to do a little shimmy shimmy. Also, if I'm missing anyone's chat, my bad. I'll see it here in a few minutes when we're done doing the posing. We're gonna do this first. Gotta take a breather. Sometimes I just don't breathe enough. Even though I have atomically I have a very small head, I still need to get oxygen up in here. Alright. What up? Okay. We didn't hit legs today. Jennifer, appreciate the kind words. We didn't hit legs today, but you know, can't hide the legs when we're doing the workouts here, doing the posing. So gotta show the legs. Bow, bow, boom, boom. Yeah, you weren't ready for that, were you? A little bit dancing. Calves. Got the calves here. And then my personal favorite. If you don't know, well, now you know. It's the shoulder wave. Wait. Lower lighting. Set the mood. Wow. And then, I forget, sometimes people ask me, like, Do the whatever his name is pose. All right, that's enough. That's all for now, folks. Oh. Excuse me. In case you didn't know, I'm sick right now. It's all good. All right. But Jennifer, thank you for the kind words. For real, appreciate it. Ryan, I've been working out. So I've been working out for about 7 years. However, the last 4 years are the only ones that I would really count because the first 3 years was not consistent. I was not eating right. I was obsessed with lemonade, like Simply Lemonade. Was drinking like 2 of those 89-ounce lemonades a day. Put one in the freezer, you get a lemonade slush. Then drink the other one until it gets slushed, and then rinse and repeat. Anyway, I don't recommend that. So, yes, that was it. Just appreciate it. I would say my legs naturally are like you know, people talk about genetics. Legs are genetically my probably my most genetically enhanced muscle group. When I was younger, I've said this before, I'm not sure if you were here. Oh, Ryan, if you want to check this out, I had it pulled up earlier. This was me, like before I started working out. So that would have been me before I started working out. And then this was like 21 weeks ago versus the now. If I was to do like something similar. However, like whatever stupid face I made. It was technically to this wall. Anyway. I feel like the posing lighting is much better now. I do also feel like my ab definition now, granted it's not like the best lighting, but abs now compared to there, I feel like we're getting better. I feel like overall my body fat percentage is slightly lower, but my muscle mass I feel like has gone up. But, you know, that's like 21 weeks ago that I posted that. Jack Bob, outside of the last week, because I've been sick, I'm actually at the tail end of a cough drop, so you can see like empty bag of cough drops here, right? With a handful. Outside of being sick, I work out almost every day to almost every day. Sometimes I do want to rest, or if I'm spending time with my wife or whatever. But yeah, Moa, you're too kind, for real. You're way too kind. But yeah, so I personally love to work out, so I like to work out every day. But you know, then when you get sick or if you get injured or this or that, it just happens. Oh well. Aaron, I'm not looking for any additional mods right now, but appreciate you asking. Also, hello to you. But yeah, so, what I was saying, Gusta, is when I was younger, I've said this before, I was in like 4th grade, there's a picture of me where I'm holding it's like just a picture of me forward facing like this, and my upper body looks just like completely straight. My shoulders were not sticking out at all. It was like I was a complete stick, right? It was like this all the way down, and then my hips go, whoa. So for me, I do feel like my legs genetically are probably like the muscle that grows fastest or best or whatever. But also, I was in sports all throughout school, and I never liked running, but I always loved jumping. So any jumping muscle, fast twitch muscles, anything like that, I was for it. I was in track when I was in high school, and the coach is like, yo, Dalton, you want to run the mile, the half mile, the this, the that? I'm like, no, coach, put me in long jump, triple jump, high jump. Like, anything, if it has the word jump in it, I want to be in it. I don't care. Nothing else, don't care for. I just want to jump. And he was like, okay, like, that's annoying, but all right. I'm like, thanks, coach. I just want to jump. That's it. Oh, it's all good, JC. Also, welcome back. Good to see you again, as always. Let's see. I'm ready. I'm ready to just get some food, hop in the shower, get some food. I don't know if I'll eat. I'll probably just have a protein shake for bed. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, Gusta, I mean, you can see here. You can see here in like this picture, like you see like how I was like very much just like stick figure, and then my hips. I mean, granted, like I'm super sagging because the shorts are too big because everything I bought was too big for me because I'm just tall, but I wasn't heavy at all. I was just a stick figure to the max. Cool thing though is this was me posing. Let's see, 100. It says 110 weeks ago right here. It's cool saying like the progress here, and like you can see there's very little to no chest. I feel like arms and shoulders are like a little bit of going on there, but like there's like no chest build really. And granted, there's also no posing lights or anything like that, but in all honesty, like it's cool to see, like, to go back, or like this here when I was practicing the shoulder wave 110 weeks ago. There's like, I feel like the size I am now versus then, much different, right? You can actually see like chest muscles without it being like just a wee. And if I do a little like chest dance, right, it's actually like a dance. Let's go. That's funny. Z-Bob, what's up? How did I get big? Like, if you mean like muscle-wise, just working out. Eating right, eating enough protein, working out consistently, having like I feel like a good protein, or a good, what's it called? Routine, stuff like that. All over, just do all that stuff. I said the neck and the traps, this crazy difference. Let's see. So here we got, I guess, the traps here, right? Versus there. You said in the face changes completely too. What's going on with my walls? It's just the basement in the house that my wife and I rent. So nothing really, it's just concrete walls. What's up with your walls, Emily? Are your walls made of concrete as well? You have traps for rats. Love it. Like from before working out, the face structure changes. Hopefully in a good way. I would also say, let's see, that was like a little over 2 years ago. You know, a year being 52 weeks. This was 110 weeks ago. So, about 2 years ago, yeah. Not bad. Pretty happy about it. In a good way. Oh, thanks. Sweet. Also, the first, I hit was it January 13th of 24? I think I attempted a a PR for bench press, and it was like, I think it was like 200. Let's see, 45, 25s, 5s, 725, 35, so 195, something like that. So not bad. Emily, I'd say this is like a mixture between like gaming and also fitness related. I stream playing games and working out on Mondays and Fridays. Usually I'm not sick, but I am unfortunately sick today. I've been sick for about a week, but in recovery. But yeah, in general though, play games here and also work out. And I don't know, give the best advice. And whenever people ask me for advice in any form or fashion, but if I don't know, then I'm gonna tell you I don't know. Because I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, I know everything, because I just don't. The majority of what I know is just from people that have way, way more experience than myself. And I've just learned from them and practiced those techniques or whatever, you know. You said you follow some fitness people and all of them are talking about reverse dieting suddenly. I don't know what reverse dieting is, Emily. Could you explain it? Or I guess I can look it up. Give me a second here. Reverse dieting. Increase calorie intake after a restrictive diet to help prevent weight regain by slowly boosting metabolism. I mean, it's a way to change your body comp faster. I don't particularly agree with that for sure. Unknown, what's up? What's up? I don't need help. Thanks for asking though. No, I'm just kidding. This is a place that my Wi-Fi rent, so it's all good. You said you have arms on your chair. Heck yeah, let's go. And legs on the table. Ayy. Yeah, no, Emily, I have more of the idea and belief of like a calorie in, calorie like calories in, calories out. So if you were to maybe there is like benefits to it, but I haven't read up or or learned enough. Like I said, I don't know what reverse dieting is, so I couldn't. Like I said, I'm not gonna tell you something I don't know. I haven't looked into it or heard about it enough to actually like have like a good understanding about it and stuff. But help prevent. I don't know. I'm more of like a calories in, calories out kind of person. So it's if you just have more, if you eat more than like a calorie surplus, then you will gain weight. If you have a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. I don't think that there's from what I have learned from others, it doesn't seem like there is enough research or there is enough factual evidence to show that you can truly change your metabolism fast enough or change it enough in just based off of like eating tendencies to really be like, oh yes, this completely changes my body and it's been recompositioned to do this and that, unless you're taking like a medicine or something like that. Because that is like, for me, I feel like that is like probably taking medicine of some sort, which I'm not for personally, but that is probably like the fastest way to actually do it. However, unfortunately the internet can lie to you, so always take even myself, take what I say and what you hear from with a grain of salt and like learn for yourself. Try things for yourself. If it's working, cool. If it's not, then don't continue it, Chris, for me, it is 12:55 a.m. You said you have teeth on your saw? Well, I would hope so. Otherwise, the blade would be horrible. You think it's hard to track calories and macros? I guess it just depends. It just depends. I mean, if you do it with purpose, I find it to be a lot easier. So instead of saying like I don't know what to eat, I'm gonna find something and then that's the macros or that's the calories or whatever. Instead, right? Come up with like, okay, I need this many macros, and then you find a food that will fit into that. Or you can say like, I want this specific food and I want to fit it into these like macros, and then you can go from there. But I find it to be easier when you have an idea of what you want to eat or how much of something you want to eat, rather than just going in blind and you're just like, crap, well, I have to figure out how much this is and that is. And if you like have an idea and you can work with and adjust from there, personally I find that to be a lot easier. So you may want to try that if you haven't already. Cutting phase also, I want best way to reduce body fat without losing muscle mass. Yeah, Emily, I'm not sure if I would say that there's like a fast way to lose body fat without losing muscle mass. But I personally feel like I think for me personally, as much as I want to see like my body fat percentage go down, so that way like the little pooch here is gone and everything, to do it over time helps me at least, because then it doesn't make such a dramatic change in my life where I'm like on a super cut and then I'm like, oh man, I'm super hungry, so then I'm moody, and then I'm a bad husband and a bad father and a bad worker and things like that. I like to just go like, all right, make slow changes, so that way I can sustain how that's going throughout my day, knowing that I will be okay mentally, physically, emotionally, all that stuff. And then maybe like lower just a little bit, like, okay, I'll take 3 less bites of this cheesecake or whatever it is, and then just like slowly go to like a point where I'm like, okay, I'm at a good point, and then maybe like walk an extra half mile or maybe jog an extra mile or things like that. But to add on slowly, for me, I feel like is really good to make a lifestyle adjustment and change, rather than just like all at once, boom. Let's see. Simon, you said, but what time of day is best for, say, an hour of weightlifting? Whatever time is best for you. I don't think that there's like a morning, midday, nighttime. I don't think that there's a best time of weightlifting. I think maybe when you have energy. So if you have lots of energy in the morning, that would be good. If you, like me, I'm not a morning person, so I don't want to work out first thing in the morning because my energy would be way low. For me, it'd be like a midday to nighttime. That's why I stream and I'm working out in the nighttime. So for me, nighttime is best. Also because I'm a husband and father, and so after I go to work, I spend my day with my family. after they go to bed. Sorry, I'm sick, by the way. After they go to bed, then that's when I get my workout in, stuff like that. Honey, I'd agree. 1 gram of protein per body pound is a good, easy way to do the math for sure. That's what I do. If you're off a little bit, it's okay. I think the technical amount is 0.78 grams of protein. Sorry, I got the hiccups. 0.78 grams of protein per pound of per pound of body weight that you are. So I'm right under 200, but let's just say 200. I'm exactly 200 just for the example here. 0.78 times 200 would be 156 grams of protein in a day. Could totally do it. My breakfast, so I have a breakfast protein shake. I have yogurt with chocolate and protein granola, and then lunch I make meal prepped tacos. Right between just those 3, I'm at 150 grams of protein. And then when I go to bed, I have another 50 grams of protein for a protein shake. ECAP, what's up? Good to see you again. Yo, quick thing, ECAP, I was actually thinking about you, was it 2 days ago? I think it's 2 days ago. Yeah, on Saturday morning. Anyway, how you were talking about, how you're like, sometimes it's hard to make friends with things or this or that. Well, the other day, I was picking up some breakfast at IHOP for my family and I, right? Because they're all sick. I'm kind of sick still, getting over the sickness here. And so I go to pick up some food from IHOP, and so I get the food, and then as I'm walking out the door, there's a lady and a kid behind me, and so I hold the door open for them, and then I overheard the lady say to her kid, she's like, something's wrong with me. I just told that lady, like the, waiter or whoever. She's like, I just told the hostess to have a good night. And it was like morning time. I looked over and I was like, it will be night though. And she like laughed, or I said something like that. She laughed, and she's like, "Oh, have a good day." How I was telling you the other day, how you're like, my generation's cooked, can't make friends, stuff like that. And I was like, even saying like one compliment or just one thing. It was just an example I thought of after it happened. I was like, I gotta remember this. So if ECAP pops back into the stream, then I gotta share this story. So that way, it'd just be an example of like, oh, just something as simple as that, just to get used to the idea of talking to someone, or just saying something, starting a conversation of some form or fashion. Lots of talking. Man. Venom, what's up? Good to see you again. Good to see you. Very food combinations and that for 2 year. That's good. I used to eat very random food and combination. Yes. Okay, Gusta, I 100% get you then. I got you. Yeah, ECAP. So don't worry. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I promise. Venom, you've missed so much. If I have my voice like completely relaxed, it's like really deep because I'm kind of sick. But I'm not relaxing my voice. No, we're talking in a not like way. Anyway, there's that. The workout. It was a good workout too. It was a really good workout. So that was fun. I don't know. Cool thing. I ordered some Magic the Gathering cards because I recently got into Magic the Gathering, and 61 of the 100 cards came in the mail. I think this is one of the coolest cards visually that I got. It's called Dragon Mantle. Just looks kind of cool. This one's another cool one. Nothing crazy. I guess this is also a cool one. But I'm pretty new into Magic, but see, that's the normal like looking cards. It's surprise, it's a goblin deck. So, but yeah, no, I got into some Magic the Gathering with some people I work with. So I was like, I guess I'll try it out, and it was like, like a cool deck that I had ordered. So made one on the internet, and then like ordered the cards, pennies per card or whatever, but it's been cool. Let's see here. In social media, when I spark conversation most, want to talk back. Gusta, do you mean it like in a good way, like people like talk back to you, or like people want to like give you lip, like talk back and like arguing? Okay, I understand more so now after the second, when you said you do think it's harder to be social, but people are more open than we think. Yeah, I think social media is a really good way to have made us all antisocial, and a great way for us to think that we are alone and that we can't have human interaction. I think social media did a great job with that. Unfortunately, because it's social media, it's all on the internet and stuff. It's like, You set them up so they can stay late. Hey, let's go, Toe. Let's go. Yeah, I think there's definitely benefits to social media, but holy cow, there were some bad things. There's so many bad things about it too. I said been taking creatine for a week, eating healthy, can lift more than you could before. Hey, let's go, ECAP, let's go. I'm proud of you. Yo, Daniel, my boy, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, no, it's definitely crazy. You said you didn't think I was up. Daniel, I'm always up, my guy. When am I not? The anti-social media. Exactly. But Daniel, we did finish the workout though, so you missed that. Yo, Sandwater, what's up? That's a cool name. I like that. Yeah, I think unfortunately because of social media and like the aspects that it brings, because like think about it, right? Social media brings us all together, but we're all away from each other. So then when we're actually together, we are away from each other. You ever think about it like that? Because I just did, as I was saying that. Dang, that's an epiphany right there. As we are all brought together, we are all alone. That's why you see, like, whenever, unfortunately, you'll see, like, people, like, at restaurants and then everyone's just on their phone instead of talking. Or, like, I remember when I was in school in the mornings and everyone would be on their phones around, right? Everyone would be on their cell phones around. And then, but so no one would be talking. I've always been the person, even now if I'm at work, everyone's on their phone. I'm trying to start conversations. I feel like when we stop like talking to each other in person and we stop like being relatable and we stop like building real relationships and things like that, like that's when it's gonna get really bad. And that's when that's when you'll have like world will slowly go to like, you know, WALL-E the movie. I've only watched it like one time in school, like way back in the day, but everyone's like on their chairs and like the chairs move for them and everything. And not even like everyone's gonna be overweight and in chairs and rolling around, but the idea that like none of those people in the world were like talking to each other face to face. It was just like their form of communication was just like in a chair on a screen communicating. I forgot if they like typed on a computer keyboard or if it was like all mental or whatever it was, but like that's the unfortunate part. So it's either sleep at 5 a.m. wake up at 12 p.m. or sleep at 7 wake up at 1. I guess it's not. I guess it just depends. Like if that's your like sleep schedule because of like work or something like that, then I don't think that's weird at all. Together until we live together. Like you said, yeah. You said you're so tired. Toe, do you have to stay awake? I guess I know that you're you're like babysitting and stuff, but I don't know if you're tired, stand up and like run around or like jump up like 10 times or something like that. Darks, you say you checking you have lice. Oh no, Darks. Did you like share hats with someone or anything like that? ECAP, I totally get that though, like not being able to like sleep a regular sleep schedule. Like me, for example, it's 1:10. I'm not really even tired. I gotta get up in less than 6 hours for work. I'm probably gonna end up streaming for another 10 to 20 minutes before I hop in the shower, before I eat some food or drink a protein shake, something like that. And then it's just, time to do the daily, grind. But 7, I can't stop myself from waking up at 1. I think if your body just is used to it like that, I completely understand. I've had not specifically like times. So the kids are crazy maniacs. Oh, Toe, I completely understand. When my son is not when he's not sick, like when my son's sick, he loves cuddles and like just like chilling and like watching a movie and like passing out and stuff like that. When he is not sick, then I'm constantly dressed up as Spider-Man. He's constantly dressed up as like Miles Morales, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Buzz Lightyear, Woody, like somebody, and then we're constantly fighting. Not verbally, like he's like, "Da-da!" or "Spider-Man!" and he's like jumping on me, or he's got the Thor hammer, he's like smacking me, I'm like, "Ah!" We're just like fighting, so I 100% understand. Outdoors, I appreciate that. God loves you as well. God knows you by name, Outdoors, so don't forget it. Appreciate the kind words and the reminder. Appreciate that. One sheep, two sheep, cow, turtle, old McDonald had a farm, Macarena. That's how my brain works. That's funny. But E-Caps, yeah, you said your eyes just snap open. I used to have something similar, not for like a time that I would, wake up or go to sleep, but it was like I would put a movie on anytime I'd go to sleep. I had this like weird thing for years when I was younger. I would watch the same movie every single night, and I'd fall asleep at the exact same part in the movie every single night. One of the movies, Gulliver's Travels, with Jack Black. Another movie, like Beastly. I don't know the guy's name. I think it's like Vanessa Hudgens in there as well. Like those were two of the movies off the Charlie St. Cloud. Those are three of the movies I remember the exact point I fell asleep every single night watching the movie. However, it would break. That cycle would break if I watched the movie not earlier in not if I watched it at like 9 o'clock versus midnight. If I watched that movie during the daytime, stayed awake and watched the full thing or whatever, then when I went to watch it that night, boom, I'm awake the entire movie. So it was like this really weird where it was like, okay, I found a movie, I'll keep falling asleep at the exact same point in the movie. So I'm like, I'm falling asleep in 13 minutes and 22 seconds. Like, to the T. I'm passed out. And I could try to stay awake too. I'd be eating food. But like that moment hit, I don't know what it was, but that moment would hit and then boom. I would have a chip with salsa in my hand, spill the salsa on the bed, chip is on the floor, I'm passed out, wake up, I'm like, oh no. But I fell asleep right at that 13-minute, 22-second, like boom, every time, unless I broke that curse, that like streak. I don't know what it was. I truly have no clue. I don't even know how that was possible. But like I legitimately can't tell you how many times I fell asleep not eating all 3 of my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with chips and salsa. That was my like midnight snack every single night. I had a big old bowl. It was like a blue bowl. It was like a blue plastic bowl. The bottom of the bowl was flat. It had like straight sides with like a rim around it. That was the bowl I filled up with chips. I got like a little glass bowl of salsa, and that would be like my chips and salsa, and I'd make 3 PB&Js. And sometimes I would use a bowl, or sometimes I'd be like, I'm eating these PB&Js so fast, and I would just stack them on top of the chips and salsa. And that was my midnight snack, or like nighttime food every single night for like months. I don't even know how many loaves of bread I went through. I'm sorry, Mom. Way up there, I'm sorry for going through so much peanut butter and jelly and bread. But holy, and chips and salsa every single night. I don't know what it was, but I had to eat. I had to eat fast or else I was missing out on food. So sick of being sick. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. So dipped in milk. Oh, I've never had that. I've never had that. Some people have that like a thing where like I know I've talked to quite a few people and they're like, oh yeah, peanut butter sandwiches or PB and J's, but with milk is great. And I was like, with milk? And they're like, yeah, the peanut butter like sticks to the roof of your mouth, and so milk helps it go down or something like that. I don't, unless I've had like a giant spoonful of peanut butter, I don't think I've ever had peanut butter just like stuck to the roof of my mouth or something like that. Granted, I'm not really just munching on like a giant spoonful of peanut butter. Maybe I've done that once or twice, but on bread, I don't know. I said it's the best. I'll try it one day. I'll try it one day. So are you saying dip the peanut butter and jelly sandwich with dry bread into the milk, dip it into the milk, and take a bite? Like imagine the PB&J was an Oreo. I'll try it one day. I'm not gonna say it's definitely not tonight. Don't have the calories for it tonight. Just get white bread. I always get like honey wheat bread though. Can you do it with honey wheat bread? I'm not a fan of white bread. I've never gone for white bread. I've always done wheat. Gosh darn it. My computer. You said yeah, okay, cool. Okay. One of these days I'll try it. One of these days I'll try it. All right. Yeah, I know it's one of those things like you can't beat it, you can't like hate on it until you try it. So I'm not gonna hate on it. Not sourdough. It's a good thing you said that though. My wife makes a homemade sourdough. My wife makes a really good homemade sourdough. So because you gotta get like a sourdough starter and all this stuff. So we've actually got it in the fridge right now. But my wife makes homemade bread, and the sourdough she makes is delicious. But yeah, I will try it with one of these days. And because see, one of those things that if you have a peanut butter jelly and turkey sandwich, I know it sounds weird, but when I was younger, I was like, I'm gonna try peanut butter jelly and turkey sandwich because I was like, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was like, a mixture between turkey and peanut butter and jelly. It's gonna be like, like a turkey and mayo sandwich. It's gonna be delicious, right? Weirdly enough, I don't know if it's just like when I eat turkey on a sandwich, I'm used to there being like mayo or like mayonnaise or whatever. But it tastes but the turkey, and this isn't like a like good turkey. All right, this is like deli meat turkey, not like you bought a turkey and you sliced the turkey. All right, this is deli meat turkey. If you put that on like in between the PB&J, weirdly enough, it tastes like peanut butter, jelly, and mayo. The one time I tried it, all right, I haven't had it since. I haven't had the urge to try it since. I was probably like between the ages of 5 and 8. So from what I remember, it's like a really weird brain teaser where it's like, oh, is it peanut butter jelly? Is it actually mayo instead of turkey? I don't know what it is, but weirdly enough, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. You say you don't like mayo? That's okay. That's okay. I detest sour cream. So it's all good. And it is a very odd combo. It is very odd. That's why I've tried it one time and one time alone. So you've had the worst though? The worst what? The worst combo or the worst mayo? I can't imagine you're like, I don't like mayo. Yeah, the one time I had it, it was like green and black, filled with mold. Ugh, that'd be nasty. With tuna and applesauce, you know, honestly, I don't even feel like that'd be too crazy. I feel like the applesauce would go, unless you put like a buttload of applesauce on there, it would go kind of like unnoticed, and it'd be more of like a texture addition rather than a flavor. I will tell you the nastiest combo in drink form. So when I first started streaming on Twitch a long, long time ago, I was doing what was, at least back in the day, it was known as like piggyback streaming, or I think that's what I called it at least. I would find a streamer who was streaming a video game and they had like a good amount of like of an audience, but the game had it was like very niche, or it was like the game I streamed where I did this was the game Lucius, which is like you're the son of the devil and blah 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 all this stuff. Well, there was like four people streaming it on Twitch, and if you go on Twitch, you'll see games with like thousands of people streaming, right? There was like four or five people streaming, including myself, or not. No, there was like two or three people before I was going, so then it was like four or five when I was streaming it, and the top person had like almost 10,000 viewers. So then I was like, oh, almost no one's streaming this. When that person ends the stream, then people will come to my stream and watch. Well, that happened. I think I gained like 70 some follows on Twitch that day. I had almost, I think like a it was I had a screen capture picture whatever on my old computer. But it was like almost 100 people were watching me at once. It was like 80 something, 90 something, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going crazy. I was like so freaking cool. I was like super excited. Well, appreciate the ECAP. But then I had the bright idea to doing something crazy. I was like, if we get 60 people in here, I'm gonna make the nastiest drink mixture ever, or whatever. I don't even remember what I said or why I said it, but it was completely idiotic. So then that happened, and so I was like, I gotta make the drink mixture now. So I took grapefruit juice, Sprite. Doesn't sound too bad, right? Grapefruit juice, Sprite, grape jelly, salsa, toothpaste, and that might be it. And I drank that. It was not urine. That would have been pushing it. I'm sure that would have gone against the guidelines of Twitch. So yeah, that was so bad. I tried to drink one sip of it and it was like all mixed together. Oh, and orange juice. I tried to drink all like some of it at once and then I started like gagging and I had like a bucket next to me and then I was like, I gotta do this. And then I just like, and I'm like, it was so stupid. I don't. I can't. No, that's the worst thing I've ever had. That was like one of those. That's like a food or drink when it just touches like the tip of your tongue, or just or just like touches your lip, and you start gagging and like puking right away. That was one of those drinks. Grapefruit juice, orange juice, Sprite, salsa, toothpaste, and grape jelly. Never. What's up, James? How's it going? They sent me my brothers put orange juice, urine, milk, and a bunch of random stuff wrapped in a sweater and left it. Oh gosh. 5 years? That's dedication. Oh, I forgot. I did also put pepper in the thing too, because I remember. Yeah, I also put pepper in it. I don't know if that is. I don't know if that is a specific. I don't know why I did that, but I distinctly remember there being pepper as well. Grapefruit and toothpaste is some kind of chemical reaction, I think. Is it? I've never heard of that. Like actual grapefruit or the juice? Can you imagine it was like if can you imagine like had I swallowed grapefruit juice and toothpaste, it was like actual chemical reaction and it would have like tore my like intestine walls and I would have like bled out and died. That would have been crazy. Granted, like I think I'm being dramatic there, but can you imagine like that would be like an actual thing. It's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so lucky you didn't die." Like, "Oh my goodness." We moved from Tennessee to Texas. We came back to grab it. Oh. Yeah, ECAP, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Brain, I've never heard of that. Grapefruit and toothpaste. Blocks sweet taste receptors, enhances bitterness. To avoid this, the best thing to drink. It's best to drink grapefruit juice before brushing your teeth. Okay. So it's not like a chemical reaction, but more of like a desensitizer of a sort. Oh, Cap, I bet. That sounds absolutely disgusting. Dude, when I let my like protein shake, um, like sit in like a protein container or like a bottle or whatever for like 2 or 3 days, that is like an explosion. Not mentioning 5 years. Holy cow. No, I would not gargle a protein shake. That'd be very weird. You know, on his birthday once, and he had insane lore. Oh, I bet 99 years old. That's crazy. I remember. What's up, Cody? Also crazy. I remember when my grandpa on my mom's side, he took me to like a like a old folks home that he used to work at, just like to volunteer and stuff. And I got to talk to some of the guys that like lived through like the Great Depression, learning about like it's like their dessert was like the person I was talking to, he was talking about how his dessert was tomatoes with salt on it. And I'm just like, dang. I'm not a dessert person myself, but I was just like, dang, like it's crazy like some of the things like just people have gone through and whatnot. um some brains in the chat. I swear, it seems like 1:30 is like the time limit. That's when a bunch of like strange things happen in the chat. I don't know why. Julie, hello. Thanks for the kind words. Uh, let's see. Polo, what's going on? How you doing? In case you're just tuning in, this was a workout stream, but we finished our workout a while back, and now we're just hanging out talking. Um, I get carried away into. I'm like a certified yapper. Goblin Hour. Oh, little did you know. So I actually recently got into Magic the Gathering with some friends. They convinced me to play, and the deck that I have is a goblin deck. That's crazy. Boom. Goblins. Oh my gosh. That was a big brain moment you had there, Brain. Good job. Astronaut suits. He had a piece of space shuttle. Also, he was burned by a blast once when he was in the 20s, and the guy was so cool. Dang. That sounds cool. That sounds really cool. I guess so. I guess so, Brain. You are the psychic goblin. Stuff from his childhood, like a musket. Oh, heck yeah, that's cool. That's cool. See, when my grandparents passed, there was some rifles that my grandpa on my dad's side had, but I unfortunately did not get to get. None of those got passed on to me. They got passed on to my older brother instead. And a freaking pirate captain's cutlass too. That is cool. That'd be really cool. I bet that was super. It was like super rusted. If not, that'd be so cool. If it was like in good condition. Oh, that'd be so sick. Or if we got to restore it or something like that, that'd be super awesome. I do not have any swords, but I do have. But how I was talking about my grandparents passing and like pass things along, it was in good condition. The rifle too. Oh, nice. I did get a bow, like a bow and arrow. I did get a bow from my childhood from my grandparents, so that was cool. That's cool. You got to try on some spacesuits too. Dang. Were they super heavy? Sick, I felt odd, but it was a surreal moment. That sounds super cool though. I've never talked to anyone that I know of that has ever worked on. I take that back. My uncle on my mom's side, I believe has worked for NASA. I don't know in what department or anything. I think it was in the engineering department. So I don't know if he's ever worked on like a shuttle or a spacecraft or whatnot. But I remember my mom saying he was either working or going to work for NASA of some form or fashion. And I know he was on like the USS something or other. Was one of the first responders when Haiti got hit by like natural disasters, like in like early 2010s, 12s, something like that. Do I love money? No. No, I do not love money. I love my wife. I love my son. Those are things I love. I think money is a tool, like a tool to do things that you may like to do or whatnot, but no, I don't love money. Said, do you know the only cookies astronauts can take to space are Oreos because you can put them in your mouth and they slowly fall apart in your mouth? I did not know that. I wonder why that is. Yeah, I've never heard that before. That's cool though. That your skull shape determines your personality? I've never heard of that idea before, so no. I feel like you're trying to do something here, Neurotica, that yeah, it's probably just kind of crazy. But I hope you have a good day. Because others are cooked, the crumbs float around. Oh. But I wonder why you said, you know what? Ecap, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. When you said that, when you said you can put them in your mouth and they slowly fall apart, it makes me think would just immediately as you bite into a Oreo that it just I don't know why, but that was the the way I read that. I was like, whoa, how does that even happen? Just that is so funny. I'm dumb. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I don't know why I was thinking it was like some crazy special like Oreos in space are the only combination and yeah, maybe it's just because it's late. We've hit enrichment hour. I'm getting sleepy. I got you, Neurotica, though. I got you. I can have very displeased facial expressions. That's like the mixture of facial expressions of displeasure, displeased, displeasing. I am displeased. As in the Pokemon Rhydon? In previous generations of Pokemon, yeah, I have. If that's what you're referring to. I'm an OG Pokemon player, don't you know? I'm talking Game Boy Color, baby. Red, blue. I did have red, blue, and yellow. And then later in life, with the Game Boy I didn't have a Game Boy Advanced, but I had a Game Boy Advance SP later on. And then that was, I got silver. It was Lugia. One of my favorite, that's probably my favorite Pokemon. Lugia. And then, yeah. The color of my eyes. So, I've been told that my eyes change color slightly depending on my environment, but generally they can be anywhere between like a blue and a green and a gray. Sort of like in a mixture array. I would imagine right now they'd probably be a little bit more greenish, but like I'd say like a blue-gray is closer right now. I don't know. Whoa, did they just change? Yeah. But you know what's funny though? I remember when I got my license, I'm pretty sure my sister thought the color hazel was like a blue gray. Come to find out that hazel is the color like a brown. So then when they were like, "What's your eye color?" I was like, "Hazel," because that's what my sister said. And I was like, "Yeah, totally." And so I was like, "Yeah, perfect." It's like hazel, like bluish gray. Yeah, no. Hazel eyes are going to be like a greenish brown. These would be like hazel eyes. That's not my eye color at all. So my license completely off. And it wasn't until like years and years later when my wife saw my driver's license and she's like, "Why does it say you have hazel eyes?" I was like, "Because my eyes are hazel." Like, does your license say you're 7 feet tall? No, because you aren't. Whatever. And she's like, "You don't have hazel eyes." I was like, "Yeah, I do." She's like, "You don't." I was like, "Yeah, I do." She's like, "What color is hazel?" I was like, "A blue gray." She's like, "No, it's not." She's like, "It's like a greenish brown." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Stop. Just stop. You're trolling." She's like, "I'm for real." And I was like, "No, you're not." Google it. I'm like, "I was wrong all these years." I've been wronged. My sister, she has betrayed me. And so now I'm forever. Now they'll be like, um, uh, they'll be like pulled over. They're like, "Sir, your eyes are not hazel. You're wrong." And I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, you're arrested because you have the wrong eye color." Yeah. But see, ECAP, I'm telling you, I truly don't think that my sister knew. Because my sister's not the kind of person to like troll people. None of my siblings are. If anybody, it would have been me. I am the person that would be like messing with my siblings. But I'm the youngest of all 5 of them. So then I wouldn't be there I wouldn't be there with them when they're getting their licenses because they all got it years and years before I did. There's 6 years between me and my next sibling. So I wasn't like 12 years old when 10 or 12 years old when my sister got her, got her driver's license. It was just, no. But when I got mine, she was there and she's like, "Yeah, totally. Hazel eyes." I was the brother that unfortunately, like I remember my mom told me when I turned 5, she's like, "You can be as bad as you want to this year for the age of 5." And I don't know how many pairs of glasses I broke, but I will admit I was horrible, and my sister being like 12 years old, I was terrorizing her, and she wore glasses, and anytime I had to fart, I would throw a pillow on her face. I would run over and jump on her face and fart on the pillow. And I don't know how many pairs of glasses I broke, but I was awful. But after the age of 5, though, after the age of 5, I think I was good. I got all the bad out at the age of 5. I was listening to my mom. She said I could be as bad as I wanted to for a year. So I was like, advantage taken. Boom. What can I say? I'm not gonna lie. All right. I'm saying it like it is. I was a piece of crap at the age of 5. Oh well. Oh well. I can't change time. All right. I can't go back. If I could, I would go back and I'd say, "Dalton, you better stop." I would smack myself right upside the head as a 30-year-old now versus a 5-year-old then and be like, "Don't you do that again, piece of crap." Bow! And then I would drop kick my younger self as an adult, and then I would have learned But nope, I can't. Oh well. Zay, what's up? Don't. I know what you're trying to make me say, but if you're gonna make pizza, don't even use dough. Make pizza toast. Whoa, an idea I just thought of. Because I know you're trying to troll. I don't think I've ever done that before. Oh, you know, I have made like little mini pizzas on like hamburger buns, right? Arjan, what's up? You said, do you think believing in God is better than believing in any religion? Well, I think that the basis of religion is God. Like God is the belief itself. So yes. I don't know if I want to say better. But I think the basis or like the main idea of religion is to believe in a higher power, which would be God. So that would be like the first step, I guess you could say. I think they go sort of hand in hand, but I know different religions don't always have like the saying God or whatnot. So I don't know. Me personally, I'm a Christian. I do believe in God. It's cleaning the house policy will get taken by. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that is one way to absolutely get a house clean for sure. Absolutely. Yo, content, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. I got you. I am aware of the LDS Church. I do know. I have family members that are. Yeah, I have family members that are LDS. Some that are maybe not practicing or whatnot, but yeah. But I'm gonna hop off the stream here. Looking at the time, it's pretty late. It's 1:50. I gotta get up at like 7 in the morning for work. So we got a long day ahead of me for tomorrow. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. ECAB, you got trolled hardcore. He said, you gotta clean or else you're gone. Yeah, no, content creator, I 100% agree. I should be asleep right now. But I'm not, so I'm gonna go hop in the shower, get some protein shake going on, shower, so we can get awake in the morning because I'm about to pass out. So you all have a fantastic. I got the hiccups. Crap. Rebel, what's up? You know, good old South Park. But appreciate you all for being here. I hope you all have a fantastic night. We'll see you guys later. So appreciate you all. Love you all, of course. Until next time.